Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Okay, my name is Msewa. Welcome to Amaj Farms. I named the farm. My mother is Amachua and my sister is Ejiba. So I have two daughters, Amachua and Ejiba. So I combined the name, making Amaj Farms at Winneba Water West Road.
Okay, so what inspired you to better into poultry?
Yes. I saw that farming is very important and feeding the people is also very important. And anybody who feed the people, God bless that person. So I decided to go into poultry farming.
But do you have a background with the farming?
Yes, I'm a science teacher, so I use my knowledge in science to do it.
Okay. So if somebody want to start, how many birds that the person can use to start?
It depends on the capital of the person. These days, birds are very expensive and feed too are very expensive. So it depends on the number of birds you want to take. The more you take, the more you spend.
Okay, so if I'm beginner, I want to start, what advice will you give to?
You go for 300 birds. And right now, the white birds, one is 22 cedis. So if you are going for 300 birds, that will cost you about 6,600. So in all, you have to get about 30,000 till the time they lay.
30,000 for only the bed or the everything?
No, 30,000 for the birds and feeding till the time they lay.
What about the cage? Or
as for the cage, you have to buy it yourself. This one is what we call the battery cage system. Each birds, we have 5 in a cage. So this is the battery cage system. The one where the birds are on the floor are what they call the deep litter. And this one is the battery cage system.
Okay. So for the beginning, I'll buy medication or what?
Yeah, for the beginning, you have to get your medication, everything. Your vaccination, everything. That's why I said, if you want to take 3,000 birds, 300 birds, you have to get about 30,000 Ghana cedis for the birds till the time they lay, including your feed, your medication, your labor, and those things. But the cage there, you have to go and buy it. I bought my cage at Frankis's, and it is a durable cage. One cage takes about 180 birds.
So if you like, for the day one, what?
So for the day one, after you have brought the birds, you have what they call the brooding. You have to brood the birds for the first 2 weeks so that they will get feathers before you can open them. So I have the brooding over there whereby I brood my birds. When I brood them, then I'll open them to this place. From this place, then 15 weeks, then I put them into the cage.
15 weeks?
15 weeks, yes. So when I put them into the cage for 15 weeks, during 15 weeks, I know that by 18 to 19 weeks, they have to start laying.
18 weeks?
18 weeks, yeah. All things being equal, 18 weeks to 19 weeks, you have to see your first egg.
Okay, so how many years they able to lay to?
Yes, when they are in cages, normally if they are on the floor, like the deep litter system, I think they lay for 2 years. But in the cage system, they can lay for 3 years.
Service, what type of breed do you have?
These are the white breeds. That's the Leghorn whites. Leghorn whites. These are the breeds.
So do you have different types of breed or only this type?
Yes, I'm using only white Leghorn because the white birds, they lay bigger eggs than the brown birds. That's why I go for the white birds. They lay bigger eggs. And they are small in size, so you can keep 4 or 5 in a cage.
So please, for starting, what challenge do you able to face?
We have a lot of challenges. One of them is the vaccine. Even where to get vaccine to buy is also an issue. Then the brooding and it's very challenging. But with God in the vessel, everything will go well.
So it is profitable?
Hey, very, very profitable. It's just that these days, the feed are expensive, and our profit margin has gone down, but still we get something small. That's why we are still in the business.
So what about the risk involved?
The risk involved, as for the risk there, every job there's risk in it. So it means that your biosecurity should be very tight. When I mean biosecurity, it means that you are preventing other animals from entering into the pen where they can transmit other zoonotic disease. When I say zoonotic are diseases that affect both humans and animals. So you have to prevent other unauthorized people from entering the pen.
So, in a day, one chicken can lay egg how many?
Yes, in a day, every fowl will lay 1 egg a day. Because after laying, it takes about 14 hours for another egg to be formed. So that will go to the next day. So every bird lays 1 egg a day.
Okay, so as a beginner, if you want to go, what advice you will give to me to go?
I'll advise you that you start on a smaller scale, like 100 or 200 birds for the start, so that as you gain experience, you can take more birds.
Anyone?
Yes, my plea is that the feed is very costly. The feed is very costly, and the feed is killing us. The main component for making the feed is the soybean and maize, and they are expensive these days. So I'll plead that if the government can subsidize the feed for us, so that we can also reduce the egg, so that more people will get eggs to eat, because it is more nutritious and easy to cook.
Okay, so sir, please, what is your daily activity in the morning?
Oh, in the morning, normally, because I'm a tutor in a secondary school, normally in the morning I wake up 5 o'clock. So by 5:30, I've given them feed and I move to school. I come in the evening. If I'm not there, the children just collect the eggs. But because they are in a cage system, I'm using the cage system. It is very easy and the workload is reduced.
Please, what about the security aspect?
Yes, as for the security, they are very, very important. At first, I was at the back of my house, but people normally breaks into the pen to steal some fowls and some eggs. So I decided to bring it into my own compound. So right now I'm in a new place in my own compound.
Like if somebody is sick, how do you able to detect that this one is sick?
Now this one is very simple. If the bird is not laying or the bird is sick, you can see, because when they lay the eggs, the eggs come in front. So you can count. If there are 5 in a cage, you expect 4 or 5 eggs. So when you come and they are laying 2 or 1, it means that some of them are not laying. Therefore, you have to sell them or slaughter them.
This one's a layer. So
these are layers. So we have layers and we have broilers. I normally do the broilers during the festive occasions like Christmas, because broilers, if you don't have the market massa and the feed too is very expensive. So I normally do the broilers in Christmas time or during Christmas. The broilers are for short terms, because by 8 to 10 weeks you have to slaughter them or dress them. So if 8 to 10 weeks you are not getting the market, it means that you are losing. All your profit is going into feeding them, because they have already gained the weight. But this one is a long term. So they will lay eggs 3 years, then I will sell them. But before I sell them, I get new ones. So immediately I sell them, then I will place them with new ones.
Okay. So what about that one, the setup for the beginners?
For the beginners, you have to go for broilers. Because broilers is short term. By 8 weeks, you sell them, you get the money, then you go and take for layers. Because if you don't have the money and you go straight into layers, I don't think it will help. So if for a beginner, I will advise that you go for broilers. When you sell the broilers, then use the broilers to go and buy the layers, then use the money to feed them. So the layers are for long term and the broilers are short term.
So only the Christmas and Easter,
yes, I normally do the broilers Christmas because the broilers, the market is not there. The market is not there. That is the challenge we have, we poultry farmers have. The market is not there. So we know that Christmas in the festive mood there, you can get people to buy it. But during the ordinary season, if you do broilers, you are going to lose. Or you slaughter them and get a freezer, you put them in it. So that when people come, you can sell it to them.
If I want to know if roughly a month, how am I able to get in the layers?
As for the profit there, all things being equal and deducting my medicine, the overheads and those things, I think I make about 3,000 a month from these birds. That's 3,000 a month. So after taking my medicine and other utility, lights and water, what I get is 3,000 a month from these birds.
Currently, your birds are how many?
Currently, I'm running about 600 birds for now.
600? Wow. Okay, so what's about their feeders?
Yes, normally people come and take it to grow crops. Yeah, they come and take it. I don't sell it for them. Other farmers, they sell the feeds, but me, I don't sell it. They come and they take it themselves. They use it to plant, do vegetables.
Okay, so the system, battery cages, how many times do you able to clean the feeders?
The feeders, we take it every 2 months. I have some people who come and they just take it to their places for growing of crops. So we take it every 2 months. So in the year we take it 6 times. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, sir. Please want to know, do you train people?
Yes, we train people. So I advise that our youth who want to venture into poultry can contact me and come for training. By 2 weeks, the person will be able to manage his or her own farm. Intensive training.
So the person will come here or like on phone or what?
Yeah, the person have to come because this one is practical. So the person should come to the poultry. I show him the medication, the vaccines, and the cultural practices we do day to day on the farm, so that he or she can also set up his own business. It's very profitable. So I will advise the youth that they should venture into poultry.
Please do you have social handle or your telephone number so that they can able to contact?
My telephone number is 024229099. Amaj Farms at Winneba Waterways Road. Thank you.
Okay.